anantarūpō'nanta śrīrjitamanyurbhayāpahaḥ chaturaśrō gabhīrātmā vidiśō vyādiśō diśaḥ.
Anantarūpaḥ, anantashrī. We can take them together. Rupa means form. Ananta means infinite, no end. No end means therefore no beginning, no middle, no end. It is infinite. We say sky is infinite. Ananta it is. Because we cannot find out the beginning or the middle or the end of it. Space, sky. Therefore we say Ananta. So Ananta means limitless, infinite. Anantarūpa means one who has got infinite forms. How many forms? Infinite means it's not a number at all. Numerous, innumerable, countless. Countless are Bhagavan's forms. Therefore we say Anantarūpa. In the Vishwarupa Darshana 11th chapter of the Gita, it comes. Arjuna saw in Krishna's body so many forms. What all did he see? He saw everything over there. All are nothing but he himself in a different form. All the forms that we are seeing outside of us, things and living beings, everything is nothing but Bhagavan himself in a different form. So the stone is he, the gems is he, everything, the chair is he, the table is he. Why? They all have aliveness in them. Because basically they are all made up of some material. That material is made up of molecules. Molecules are made up of atoms. So if we go back, God particle. So all are nothing but God particles only. Which means God is there in each and everything. Therefore it exists. The chair exists, the table exists, the bench exists, the tree exists, the animal exists, the human being, we human beings exist, the worlds exist, the sun and the moon and the stars exist, the planets exist. So everything and every being in all the 14 worlds exists only because they are all nothing. It's not that he is there in it. There's a difference between saying Bhagavan is inside everything and every being and saying Bhagavan himself has become everything and every being. So the first thing is to recognize his presence in everything and every being. That itself is so difficult. Therefore our masters say, see the Lord in everything and in every being, so that reverence and respect for things and beings will come to us. Why? Lord is there in it. Lord is there in him. Lord is there in her. Lord is there in the sun and the moon and the trees and the animals, etc. In the waters, in the rivers, in the lakes, in the mountains. So first we learn to recognize Lord in everything and in every being. Later on, when we are successful in that, we see it's not that Lord is there in everything and in every being. He himself has become everything and every being. That's what our scriptures are telling us. So whatever we are seeing over there is Lord himself in a different form. So therefore, how many forms are there? Lord himself has taken all forms. So it's not that Bhagavan took only 10 avatars. In the Purana, there are more than 10 avatars. Bhagavan came down. In this sense, all of us are his avatar only. All of us are many avatars of him. But the only difference is that ignorance part has covered up, veiled up the higher state in us, and therefore we are not able to recognize it. That's all. In the 4th chapter of the Gita it comes. Bhagavan tells Arjuna, this knowledge that I am giving out to you, Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter, this knowledge that I am giving out to you, Arjuna, I am the one who gave it out to Lord's son long ago. And then from Lord's son, Guru Shishya Parampara, father son, it came down. But who gave it out first to Lord's son? I gave it out, he says. And the same knowledge, now I am giving it out to you. Arjuna asks him, he says, how can you, Krishna, give it out to Lord's son? You are contemporary, my age. We both were born almost at the same time period. So how can you give it out to the sun? Sun existed long before we were born. Arjuna and Krishna were born. Then the Lord says, both of us have gone through so many births. Arjuna, Both of us have gone through. I know them all, you know them not. See, shlokas, we just go into the word meaning and then we accept it and move on. But what is the suggestion and significance that the stanza or the verse is suggesting to us, we fail to grasp it. So the Lord says, and obviously Lord is not just talking about those 10 avatars over there. He says, you and I have gone through so many births. I know them all, you know them not. So and in the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, Bhagavan says, amongst the Pandavas, I am Arjuna, he says. He doesn't say, I am inside Arjuna. He says, I am Arjuna. It doesn't mean he is not there in the other Pandavas. He's picked up one of them. Why he has picked up Arjuna? There is an explanation for that also. We won't go into the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So everything is nothing but Lord alone in a different form. So it's not that Lord is there in everything and in every being. Lord himself has become everything and every being. If we can sit down and write, the list is going to be infinite. Therefore, anantarūpā'nanta. All forms are he alone. Therefore, in our tradition, we revere and respect. Reverence and respect is already there because Lord is there in everything and in every being. Once we have learnt that, we have started practicing it, the teachers will push us into the next class. They say it's not just Lord is there in everything and every being, Lord himself has become everything and every being. Then the oneness comes over there. Why? All are Lord. So we are also Lord, he is also Lord, she is also Lord, the table and the chair, everything is Lord. What will be our response then? What will be our attitude at that time, our bhava at that time? That is the state in which all our realized masters are. So they don't see Bhagavan in all of us. They see Bhagavan himself in front of them in so many forms. So that is even beyond reverence and respect. The state of realization. So anantarūpā'nanta. Of infinite forms. So all forms are he alone. To make us understand this, there are very beautiful instances and illustrations in the Puranas, etc. Krishna himself became everything. This little story of the Brahma trying to test Krishna over there. Little Krishna in Vrindavan. He alone became everything. Dasaru writes, Yalli nodidaru alli Krishna. He is there at one and the same time everywhere. It's not that he is there at one and the same time everywhere. He alone has become everything. So anantarūpā'nanta. Even Dasar writes very nice song on with respect to Rama. Alli nodidaru Rama, illi nodidaru Rama, ellalli nodidaru alli śrīrjitama. So when Rama Ravana Yuddha was going on, and when Bhagavan saw that the Vanaras were being beaten up very badly by the Rakshasic forces, Ravana's side, what did he do? He immediately thought, I believe this is Dasaru Purandara Dasaru's Devarnama. He said, now I should not keep quiet and remain in my Manava realm. I should go to my Daivatva realm. Therefore, what did he do? He himself became everything. He sort of multiplied himself. So everywhere it was only Rama and Rama and Rama Ram. Sarvam Ramamayam became that battlefield over there. So he himself became, the one Rama became many Ramas over there. What happened at that point of time? When the Vanaras saw in front of them Rama, they hugged him. So it's Vanara hugging another Vanara. But the Rakshasas, when they saw Rama in front of them, they saw an enemy and they killed. So it is Rakshasas killing Rakshasas and Vanaras saving themselves by hugging another Vanara. It's just to show the glory of Rama over there. He himself became everything. These are all his glories. Ananta Shri. Infinite are Bhagavan. Shri means glories. Shri means wealth. Shri means lordship, lordliness, Ishvara Bhava. Shri means knowledge, all knowledge. Because he is the knowing principle beyond all knowledges. So Lakshmi is not just money. It's not Dhanalakshmi, Veera Lakshmi. So courage is Lakshmi, bravery is Lakshmi, knowledge is Lakshmi. Even Vairagya, the capacity to let go and to detach ourselves, is a very beautiful virtue. Lakshmi it is. So everything is Lakshmi, Ananta Shri. How many qualities does he have? How many characteristics does he have? How many glories are associated with him? Infinite are the glories which are associated with him. So therefore, anantarūpā'nanta, Ananta Shri. Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta we say. Infinite. And Katha also, every time we go back to the same story, there is a different message for all of us. That is why we never say, oh, I have listened to Ramayana, I have heard Ramayana, I have read Ramayana. The more we go into it, every time it looks new. Every time it looks fresh. That doesn't happen in the case of any of our biographies or our stories or the novels that we read. Once we have read, it becomes old and stale. We don't want to go back into it again. We don't want to hear about her again and again and again. But when it comes to the Lord, again and again we feel like hearing it more and more. Why? Ananta it is. The more we go into it, the more it enters into it, more deeply it will enter into us. So therefore it look every time it look fresh and new. That's one of the uniqueness of the Lord, which doesn't hold good for mortals. So therefore Ananta Shri. So we can actually club both these together, Ananta Rupa and Ananta Shri. Shri also means power, everything, power, valor, bravery, lordliness, wealth, prosperity, plentifulness, knowledge. Shri also means power, Shakti. What power does the Lord have with him? Lord's power is whom we have deified as his consort. So Brahma has his power, Shakti, whom we call Saraswati. Narayana has got his own power, Shakti, whom we call as Lakshmi. And Maheshwara has got his, whom we call as Parvati. Shakti it is. What Shakti does the Lord? We are putting all the trinities together now. So the Lord, what is the Shakti that he's got? His Shakti works itself out in three different ways. And what are they called as? They are called, one of the interpretations of Ananta Shri. It is called as Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti and Kriya Shakti. These three afterwards become many. So basically the three forms of Shakti are Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti and Kriya Shakti. The power of knowledge, Jnana Shakti. Ichha Shakti, the power of willing and wishing and desiring. Kriya Shakti, the power of motivation, the power of behind action. These are the only three things for the Lord, the Creator, the one who looks after us, sustainer, and the one who dissolves away everything. And it's the same three Shaktis for us also. Knowledge we need for anything. It's not only to get into a job. We have to cook, we need the knowledge of the recipe. Anything, we need knowledge first. Without that, we will never know. We can't do anything at all. So to enter into any field of activity, first we need knowledge. Jnana we need. Jnana is there, but that willing and wishing and desiring should be there. Otherwise, we will never be motivated to do anything, materialistic or spiritual. So therefore, Ichha Shakti comes in there. Then afterwards comes Kriya Shakti. What is Kriya Shakti? Action power we can call it. The power behind all action. When we enter into a field of activity. Again, that power is physical, mental, intellectual, all put together. So these are the three Shaktis. One who has got this in infinite measure. Ananta Shris. Main three powers he has got. He expresses himself in the form of Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti and Kriya Shakti. In the Ramayana, Dasharatha. Dasha means 10. 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas. Ratha means chariot, body. Dasharatha, one who is in the body chariot and has got all the 10 under his control is called a Dasharatha. Where is he residing? He is residing in Ayodhya. A plus Yuddha. Yuddha doesn't mean war, conflict. Conflict means argument. I disagree with you. I have my own views. I look at it this way, you looked at it this way. Conflict has started. We are all in the realm of conflict only. Ayuddha means no conflict. Always in balance, equilibrium, the state of equilibrium, the state of mukti moksha is represented by Ayodhya, Ayuddha. Who is ruling over it? Dasharatha. One has got everything under his control. He is the master of all his equipment. He's got 3 wives. Kausalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi. Kausalya represents Jnana Shakti. Kaikeyi represents Ichcha Shakti. Sumitra represents Kriya Shakti. We won't go into the details of this inner Ramayana. Just to, explain out this Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. All our stories which we have, which come in our Puranas, which come in our epics, they're all very, very suggestive to all of us. Whatever should happen to us inside us, the inner pilgrimage has been all put outside over there and dramatized for us in the form of a story. That is why even today they are relevant for all of us. In fact, that's the only thing for us. If we have understood that story properly as it should be understood, we will know how to move forward in our life. Materialistic outside pilgrimage. Pilgrimage doesn't mean going to Kashi, and it's our life's journey. Or spiritual path also will get taken care of. Our materialistic life and our spiritual life will get taken care of if we have understood all these epics and the story that have come, that are there in the Puranas, the way they should be understood. Who gave it out to us? Valmiki and Vyasa Bhagavan gave it to us. They are realized masters. They won't write fictional stories just like that for us. To sit down and write a story because they did not have anything to do, no. Their experiences, their realization, the goal, the path, what they were before, all of them have been beautifully put over there in the form of stories for us. So it's all in coded language. So we have to decode it. We should get into the suggestiveness and significance, or everything is gift wrapped. So if we just read the story and are satisfied with it, that is for the children. Means we are very happy with the wrapping, nice paper, the ribbon tied over there. But why not open the packet, take out the ribbon, take out the paper, however beautiful it is, and see what is there inside it. That's the gift for all of us. What is the gift? Realization for all of us. Which is that we are not mortal, we are the immortal. So the 3 Shaktis. So Ananta Shri. So Anantarūpā'ah, Ananta Shri, everything is there in him. Both the 10th and the 11th chapter of the Gita put together. The 10th chapter is seeing the one in the many. In the 11th chapter, it's seeing the many in the one. Both of them put together is Anantarūpa, Ananta Shri. Śrīrjitamanyurbhayāpahaḥ, one who has conquered his anger. Means one who is perfectly under his own, in his own control, self-controlled person. In the 3rd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asks Krishna, almost at the end, he says, there are many things which we don't feel like doing, but Krishna, why do we do it? I don't wish to do it, but yet I feel compelled to do it. It looks like somebody is forcing me, pushing me from behind to do it, which should not be done. Why? What is happening? Krishna says, Kama yesha, Krodha yesha. It's all because of desire and Krodha, Kama and Krodha. And he said, these are the enemies, the worst enemies that you can have. It's not only Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Ityadi, all of them are there, but all start with Krodha, and behind Krodha is what? Kama. So desire is the root cause for everything. When our desires are not fulfilled, the emotion that comes to us is anger or Krodha. So Jitaman, one who has conquered his anger, means one who doesn't just react, he always responds. There's an ocean of a difference between reacting and responding. Jitamanyu, Bhagavan is fully under his own control. Even in his Raudra Avtara, where he is destroying the Rakshasas, he can't do it in Saumya form. Whoever it is, whether it is Shiva destroying the Tripurasura, or whether it is Devi destroying Mahishasura, or the other Shumba, Nishumba, Chanda, Munda, Ityadi, all are done in a Raudra form only. So Krodha is there, but fully under their control. They know what they are doing. For the good, the anger or the Krodha is being used. In our cases, anger comes or Krodha comes to us and it uses us. And therefore we behave the way we are behaving. So one who can use the anger in the right place, at the right time, in the right situation. Sometimes we need to be angry. More angry sometimes, less angry sometimes. That means a person has fully got anger under his control. He is using it. Whereas in our case, we are not using the anger, anger uses us. So therefore, Jitamanyu. Because in all the avatars we find Lord in a very angry mood. He is destroying over there the Rakshasa. How many Rakshasas, Asuras? All the weapons Bhagavan is carrying in his hand. Not only all the deities, our gods and goddesses, all of them have minimum 4 hands. And in all the hands, except for the lotus, etc., in Vishnu's hand, all are weapons of annihilation. Only when we are angry, we will use weapons. But all of them have weapons. Devi has got more hands to carry more weapons. But she is also one who has completely conquered her anger or Krodha. So it's all why we are doing it. What is the purpose for which the weapons are being used? What is the purpose for which the anger is being used over there? It should be for constructiveness. For constructiveness, we are destroying something. To annihilate adharma and put dharma back in its place, we are using it. We are using our anger. It is justified. It's as good as having conquered anger or having conquered Krodha over here. Bhagavan is like Jitamanyu here. Always he has himself under his own control. Whereas we all human beings, we are never ever under our own control. Why? Mind is controlling us. So that's the difference between the Lord, all our saints, and we all on one side. Jitamanyuh bhayāpahaḥ, one who completely destroys or removes all our fears. Where will fear be? Fear will always be there where there are two. I, you, or I, she, he, or I, mine. Dvaita must come first. The concept of two, and then that concept of two can multiply itself and become the many. Wherever that is there, fear will always be there. In him, in Bhagavan, there is no fear at all. Why? He alone is. There is nothing other than him to fear for or to feel insecure about. We are all in that state. Therefore, in us there is varieties of fear. Who can come and destroy it for us, or who can remove it for us? Bhagavan alone can come and remove it for us. Therefore, he is bhayāpahaḥ. He is the one who will come and completely remove all our fears in our samsaric life. The worst fear is the fear of physical death. So many acharyas, saints have written songs also. When at the end death is coming, fear may come to me. Lord, you be there at that point of time. And fear also means change. Where there is change, fear is always associated with change, and change is associated with fear. We are all in the realm of change, therefore fear will always be there in our lives. A master who has realized, a Jivan Mukta, he has realized and become the one without a second, Advaita. Where is fear for him? There is no fear. Because he himself sees himself everywhere, in all things and in all being. So fear of what? Insecure of what? So the Lord alone can come and remove fear for us. Vyādiśō, chaturaśrō. In some renderings it is chaturaśrō, but in most of the cases it is chaturaśrō. Chaturaśrō means square. Square means a square has got equal sides. A rectangle doesn't have equal sides. And also the angle is 90, 90, 90, equally distributed. Therefore, chaturaśrō means one who equally deals with everything and everybody. This is such a beautiful concept. Chaturaśrō. He deals squarely. We use these words in English. Squarely, he deals with everything squarely. Means no partiality. Impartially to deal with things. Impartially to deal with beings. Bhagavan deals with everybody and everything impartially, no partiality. We are the ones who say, Bhagavan is partial, more grace for that person, less grace for me. In the Gita again he says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu, he says. I am equal to everybody and everything. At least we human being. I am equal for everybody. I don't go put one extra step closer to somebody or put one step back and move away from anybody. But then what is the concept of this devotee and devotion? We are moving towards him. As a devotee, we move closer to him. Therefore, distance between Bhagavan and us has decreased. But it looks like the Lord is coming closer to us. A person who is not a devotee moves away from him. Therefore, the distance is more. It looks like Lord has moved away. Lord doesn't move. From where to where will he move when he is all pervading? So he says, I am equally available for everybody. And therefore he deals with everything and deals with us, with all beings, squarely. Which means whatever we need in our life, he will give to us without holding it back. So we always will get what we deserve. Whatever be the place, whatever be the time, whatever be the situation, occasion, circumstances, we may desire for many things. Sky is the limit for desiring. But what we deserve will come to us. Why? He will give to us. Squarely he will give to us. He will not hold it back. He will not say, I will give it to that person. Why? The Naivedya she offered to me was better than what she did. Or they offered a jasmine garland. These people did not offer me a jasmine garland. Everything will be very fair and square with the Lord. In English we use the words fair and square. So Bhagavan is fair and square. Gabhīrātmā. Gabhīra means inside. Gabhīrātmā means he is so deep, 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 deep inside us. The more we seek him, the more we search for him, it looks like he is just giving the slip to us. He is moving away from us. He is too deep a factor within all of us. It's not very, very easy for us to meet him face to face. Saguna or Nirguna. Therefore the sadhana that we have to do. So Gabhīrātmā, very difficult to understand him. And is Tattva Mariyatarama, Mooladhara Unad Tattva Mariyatarama. Tamil song it is. Is it easy for me to understand you the way you should be understood? Why you have that form? Why are you in that particular form? Ganesha, that song is on Ganesha. Why you have an elephant head? Why your stomach is so big? Why your waistband is a snake over there? You are so fat. Why your small little vehicle over there? Mushaka. What is all the significance of all these things? Very difficult for us to understand. Why is Devi the way she is, or Shiva the way he is, Vishnu the way he is? Why he is sleeping on one snake over there? He could have had a beautiful mattress. A snake over there. Poisonous snake with so many heads, multi-hooded, and on a milk ocean. Very difficult for us to understand. Gabhīrātmā he is. Depth-wise, profound it is. Therefore we need our acharyas to come and explain to us, and then we have to understand it in the right way, and then we must do our own manana, decode everything. In the 4th chapter again Bhagavan says, I should be understood the way I should be understood. But we understand him the way we want to understand. Then that won't work out for us. we will become narrow-minded, fanatic, etc. So we have to understand the Lord, Saguna or Nirguna, the way the Lord has to be understood. Gabhīrātmā, vidiśō, vyādiśō, diśaḥ, I am taking it together. Vidiśō means one who is very, very unique. In everything he seems to be unique. He just is not like us at all. We sleep on a mattress, he sleeps on a snake. I am just taking Vishnu over here. We all go in a four-wheeler or a two-wheeler, he goes on a bird. We all sleep in our room, the cot is there on the ground, but then there is a milk ocean over there. He's got 4 hands. And he's always constantly sleeping over there, 24/7, 365 days. Nidra. Is it the Nidra that we are all familiar with? So everything seems to be so unique and so different. He's not ordinary, he is extraordinary. That's the meaning of vidiśō. Dasuru again writes, "Ee pariya sobagu inyava devarali na kaani." I don't find it in anybody else. You're so unique. You're out of the normal you are. Not abnormal, out of the normal. So when anything is unique or extraordinary or out of the normal, we should see what it means. We should go behind whatever we are seeing or whatever we are reading or whatever we are hearing and try to understand the essence behind it all. The root essence over there. Then we would have understood the way we have to understand it. Therefore, Bhagavan, it's not only Vishnu, all our deities, vidiśō, very unique. Vyādiśō. Vyādiśō means the power that he possesses. Just now we said, his Shaktis, anantarūpō'nanta. He wields his powers, his Jnana Shakti, his Ichcha Shakti and Kriya Shakti. And these Shaktis are infinite in nature, as infinite as him. It's not that there is one infinite and another infinite. It doesn't mean that at all. So he is infinite. His power also, his Shakti also is infinite. Very, very unique it is. Like him, like the power that he wields, nobody can wield. Like the way he can protect, nobody can protect. Like the way he does many things, nobody can do. So, vyādiśō, diśaḥ means one who gives. The means to give. What does he give? Anything that we want, he gives to us. We want knowledge, he is ready to give to us. We want protection, there he is to protect us. We want food, clothing, shelter, everything is there. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham is what he says. Your yoga and your kshema is my responsibility, provided you surrender unto me. Provided your devotion is not conditioned. There should be no otherness over there. Total, complete, wholehearted surrender, devoted surrender unto him. He assures us that our yoga and kshema are his responsibility. Yoga and kshema vahamyaham means I will take on the responsibility of your yoga and kshema. Kshema means whatever we have in our lives, to maintain it, to protect it. Yoga means whatever we don't have in our lives, which we need for our progress, for our evolution, he will give to us. So both yoga and our kshema become his responsibility. He doesn't say I will give. He says it is my responsibility, provided we have ananya bhakti towards him. So like him, nobody can give to us. He is father plus, he is mother plus, mata pita, he is sakha, friend plus, bandhu, relative plus. He is everything put together. And not like father, mother, our individual father. He is beyond all that. So like him, nobody can love us. Like him, nobody can give to us. Like him, nobody can protect us. Like him, nobody can do anything. Unique characteristic of the Lord. 101st verse, we will go into it in the next class.